It's okay to take things one day at a time. Life can get overwhelming, can't it? You wake up, and before you've even taken your first sip of coffee, your brain is already racing: deadlines, responsibilities, personal goals, expectations from family, friends, and the world. It feels like everything needs to be done at once, and you begin to wonder, how am I supposed to keep up? Here's a message you might need today: it's okay. It's okay to pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you don't need to figure everything out right now. Life doesn't need to be lived or solved all at once. It's okay to take things one day at a time. Most of us are guilty of carrying too much. We demand so much from ourselves because we are surrounded by the constant reminder to hustle harder, be productive, and achieve success. But let's be honest, this mindset can leave us drained, anxious, and ultimately stuck in an exhausting cycle. We spend so much time worrying about the future that we forget a simple truth: the future is always shaped by what we do today. Trying to fix everything at once will only leave you overwhelmed. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to focus on this moment, this day. Taking life one day at a time isn't about giving up on your dreams or neglecting your responsibilities. It's about managing your energy, your mindset, and your priorities in a way that brings clarity rather than chaos. Picture this: imagine you're standing at the base of a massive mountain, staring up at the peak. The climb feels impossible, too steep, too high. But what if, instead of focusing on the summit, you just focused on the next step? One small step, then another. Slowly but steadily, you'll make progress. Taking things one day at a time is exactly like that. Let's break it down. Why should you embrace the mindset of taking one day at a time? First, it relieves pressure. When you focus only on today's actions, you stop being overwhelmed by the number of tasks ahead of you. You allow yourself to prioritize what needs attention now without feeling crushed under the weight of the big picture. Second, it improves clarity. When you aren't preoccupied with 100 things at once, your mind becomes sharper. You can focus fully on your current task, making you not only more present but also more effective. And perhaps most importantly, it reduces anxiety. Worrying about tomorrow doesn't change tomorrow, it only robs today of its peace. By centering your thoughts on what you can handle right now, you gain control over your chaotic emotions. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life needs to be lived with perfection, that you can only feel successful once you achieve something huge. But here's the truth: most progress isn't loud or dramatic. It's small. It's steady. It's choosing to show up every single day, even if all you can manage is a little step forward. Think of life as a puzzle. Trying to complete it all at once will only lead to frustration. But putting down one or two pieces every day, that's doable. And slowly but surely, those small efforts will come together into something meaningful. Let's take a moment to consider the power of this mindset in real life. Meet Sarah, a young professional drowning in responsibilities. Her long to-do list left her paralyzed. Instead of making progress, she found herself procrastinating out of fear of failure. But then she tried something different. She broke her day into small, manageable chunks. Instead of thinking about completing her entire project, she focused on writing one paragraph. Instead of worrying about her fitness journey, she committed to a 10-minute walk slowly. Sarah found that her anxiety eased and her productivity soared. Or consider Alex, a recent grad dealing with the uncertainty of life after college. They had no clue what the future would bring, and it was terrifying. But instead of obsessing over long-term plans, Alex made a decision: each day, they'd do one thing to move closer to their goals, whether that was sending a job application or learning a new skill. Their stories are proof that progress is built one step, one choice, and one day at a time. How do you actually embrace this mindset? Let's turn this idea into actionable steps. Start your day with intention. When you wake up, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to improve my well-being or get closer to my goals? Don't aim to conquer the world, just one small, meaningful action. Practice mindfulness. Spend a few moments grounding yourself in the present. It could be as simple as focusing on your breath or taking a short walk without distractions. This moment of mindfulness can quiet the noise in your head and bring you back to the now. Let go of perfection. Accept that not every day will go as planned, and that's okay. Your success lies not in flawless execution but in showing up consistently. Celebrate small victories. Whether it's checking off an item on your to-do list or simply taking care of yourself, acknowledge and appreciate your efforts. Every small win matters. Be kind to yourself. Some days will feel easy, and others might feel like a battle. On challenging days, remind yourself that taking even the smallest step forward is still progress. Remember, life isn't a race. It's not about how fast you move, but about how sustainable and meaningful your progress is. Taking things one day at a time gives you permission to prioritize your well-being over the demands of the world. It teaches you to enjoy the journey instead of fixating solely on the destination. And most importantly, it allows you to show up for yourself with grace and compassion. Wherever you are in this moment, take a deep breath. Close your eyes and remind yourself, I am enough. I am doing the best I can with what I have today. Life doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to move forward, one step, one choice, one day at a time. Carry these words with you. Believe in your ability to overcome challenges, not all at once but steadily and surely. Trust that every small, intentional action you take today is part of a bigger picture, one that is unfolding beautifully even if it feels messy right now. As this video draws to a close, let this message stay with you. You can do this. Whatever you're facing, however hard life feels, you are stronger than you realize. Taking things one day at a time is not just a coping mechanism, it is a powerful way of embracing life with strength and grace. So go ahead, pause if you need to, breathe deeply, and take the next small step forward. The mountain isn't climbed in a single leap, but with steady, purposeful steps. And right now, the only step you need to take is the one in front of you.